Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Vicki from Creations by Vicki, and I periodically make my own chalk paint, and I have gladly shared my recipe when asked to, but I thought I might do a small quick instructional video because the steps are key sometimes to making sure you get a good mix. So I will quickly just turn the video so you can see my little area here. There we go. So what I have is plaster of Paris. You need 2 tablespoons of that, and you can get that at Michael's. Most craft places will have it, and that works really well. And then I have calcium carbonate, and you need 2 tablespoons of that as well. This I purchased at a health food store. You can get it at drugstores. I think most grocery stores will carry it in their natural homeopathic areas. And then you need 2 tablespoons of water. So what you do, I'm just going to move these suckers out of the way now, is dump these into your 2 tablespoons of water, both of them in there, and then you're going to give it a quick stir. And if you need to, depending, the consistency should be similar to yogurt, maybe a wee bit thicker, not much. And you don't want any lumps or anything like that, of course. You're just going to give it a stir, and you can see it comes out in this nice little consistency like that. There you go. That's a good view. And you just give that a quick stir again, and then I'm just going to set that aside. Now I do use my own, I do use my own chalk paint, but I also use Annie Sloan's, and I use some that I get from Michael's. Right now I'm obsessed with the Fusion Mineral Paint. Beautiful stuff, it goes on like butter. But there are times, especially if you want a certain color that you see that you really like, that making your own comes in handy, and it's very economical. For instance, this one here, which is a beautiful sienna red, like a brownish red color, I purchased from a local hardware store that was having a sidewalk sale, and I got this whole 4-liter container for $10. How can you not use that? So anyways, I've given it a stir. I'm just giving it another quick stir here. I'm very messy, so I'm just going to blob that out. Get that out of the way, yada yada. Okay, so I take a large mason jar. I've started to put some in because you don't need to see me pouring paint. That's not very interesting. But I use a large one because I like to have a good stir in there to make sure you get your mix well. So I've got a large one. I put in 1 cup already, and I'm just using a stainless steel measuring cup, not very exact, and I'm just pouring in another cup. So there's another half one, and then another half one again. This paint goes far. So this 2 cups will, I've used other colors and I still have some left of other ones after doing projects with them. It's very good to use. So I'm just going to move my gook out of the way, put my lid on, paint, we'll get back to you later. And then I have a little small stir stick, and I'm just going to give it another little stir to make sure that everything's nicely mixed in there from the can. It's got a little mess there, but that's okay. And then what you do, and this I think is important because when I tried it the other way, it didn't work as well. For some reason, I put the plaster of Paris mixture into the mason jar, and then I added the paint, and it just didn't, it was more gritty than I expected. I'm not sure why, but anyway, so I went back to doing it this way where I pour the paint in, and then I just plop that mixture on top, looks like icing, and scrape it all down off the spoon. Again, I'm not giving it's not the exact quantity, it's not a huge deal. Scrape out what you can. There's still some in there, no biggie. As I said, I don't want to be here for all night. I'm sure you guys have other things you want to do. And there, that's good enough. So then you just take that, get all the gook off of there that you can, shake it all off, get it out of the way, and then I'm just going to stir that mixture into my latex paint. While I'm stirring, I will remind you, and I've done this and it came out like a jar of cement, you cannot use paint and primer in one to make your own chalk paint. It does not work, and it comes out like a huge bottle of cement, which you now can use as a door stopper or to hold your papers down when you're decoupaging or something. So, can't do that, don't do that. It has to be a latex, flat or matte works best. Semi, maybe, satin. Wouldn't go anything glossy or anything like that. Well, I haven't tried it that way. I've not heard of any success with that. So I'll just give this another little stir. I'll leave that down for a second. And I'm going to get a piece of board just to show you. Excuse me. La, la, la. Over here. So I will put just a boring piece of board down on the table. Get one of my brushes. Oh, and by the way, see these brushes? I don't know if you can see that. It's got a nice little angle on it. There it is. Lovely construction on these handles. They're heavy. It's got a nice metal guard. Got these at the dollar store for $2. Dollarama. Love them, love them, love them. Beautiful stuff. $2 at the dollar store. Just saying. Okay. Another quick little stir. This probably should stir more, but because you see there's a wee bit of lumps in there, but that's okay. I'll fix it up later. I just want to get this going so you guys can see that it is actually real paint and it does go on like paint. Then I'll clean this all up after. Okay. No prep or anything. I just wanted to show you on a piece of board how it goes on beautifully. Look at that. It has the same appearance as chalk paint. You can see already it's very matte. It goes on lovely and smooth. And I figure that jar probably costs, what, $1? If that. And that will do me probably at least two projects. I'll say two just to be conservative. But look at that. I don't want it shining, but I don't know how close I can get. There you go. Can you see that lovely? And it's matte. It's going on like butter. Nothing, no problem at all. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I will post the recipe after the video. And thank you very much for watching my first video. Have a good night.